All right, can you guys hear me all right? I think I posted the correct link now. Morning, Louie. Morning, everybody. Um, yeah, so I'm still not feeling fantastic, guys. So I don't feel sick anymore, but I just feel like I get 12 hours of sleep and I feel like I've slept 2 hours. So yeah, I told my wife, I hope I don't have the long COVID. She goes, you've had it for a week. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But anyways, not fun when you don't feel yourself. Anyways, there's nothing I can do except give it time, I guess. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's terrible, Adam. Hey, morning, Jose. Yeah, I went to bed last night with Lily at 8 p.m. and I woke up this morning at like 6, and you just feel tired. But we'll do our best. Looks like the analysis from yesterday was pretty darn good. Um, we don't have to go over all that right now, but basically the FX, the euro did kind of what we thought, pullback trend run pocket, really nice. Equities are kind of doing what we thought. Was tough to know where to get in on those from an end of day perspective, but still being on the right side is good after that dump. Platinum seems to be a lot stronger than anticipated, but now that resistance at 1240 is firmly broken. Bonds, I expected weakness. We're getting that right off the middle of the envelope here on the daily bonds chart. So we'll be looking to short some rallies maybe today if we get some shorts on bonds. Bitcoin turned out to be good call, pushing up off the extension and the true average right here. So some good stuff going on. Yeah, let's see what we got shaking here. Basically, the indices are going to open in 10 minutes, and we're just going to wait for our alerts. Adam, really keen to get long NQ. Yeah, that's the hard part. Yeah, knowing where to put the stop. I mean, more and more what I'm seeing is that you just got to kind of pick a spot and throw your stop in and see what happens, because when the DMLs are there, it's pretty obvious, but when they're not there, there's still some amazing trades. And even here on the euro, um, just pull back to all this. I guess you closed here. First line of defense is the middle of the envelope here, and then you got the DMLs here. So yeah, that's why the intraday charts are pretty darn important to tell you where you're getting those, um, where it's kind of confirming where you could get in. What's up, Louie? Yeah, man, take it easy, rest up. You're not missing much, at least for me. I'm still pretty sick, so I'm in recovery mode. I don't know how you guys, when you have COVID or whatever, you lose your motivation to do everything. I'm just like so tired that I'm just I don't know. I just it's hard to find the motivation, but I'm gonna do my best. All right. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do too is with that move, for example, where I botched the Dow on whatever day that was, Thursday, nailed the call. I'm gonna have to bring up, for the same reason that you mentioned, Adam. When I like a signal here on my 4-hour chart, I'm gonna have to bring up like an hourly chart to just tell me where a reasonable spot for a stop is, because I can't be using, I can't have a 50 handle stop on ES. I don't want to have like a 200 point stop on the Dow. It's just too much. So I'll bring up the hourly chart. It's not an hourly chart, but you guys know what I mean. I'll bring that up when I see a good trade on the 4-hourly that I like, and I'll use the hourly to enter and set the stops. Yeah, you got all the updates you need right here, Gluey. Yeah, I'm really pumped, guys, like to feel better, because I really love this approach with the 4-hourly, and it just requires consistency. You gotta that the trades don't happen as often because it's a larger time frame, but man, they're accurate from what I can see so far. Are any of you guys looking at this type of setup? Because the cleanliness of pulling out to a wider time frame, I think is well worth it. Get out of the noise. So we're just waiting for alerts. ES, we still got quite a bit to go here. NQ, Dow. The Dow just closed. Did we get an alert on the Dow? I don't think we did. Doesn't look like the Dow gave us an alert. Let's make sure that's correct. Uh, 11,000 is when it should be going. Okay. So probably missed it before we put it on 11,300. All right. So with the Dow right there, you know, that's a question of, you know, is that a short? It's probably not like a terrible short, but not one that I'm going to take. So let me know if you guys got any questions. Just gonna just be waiting for setups. Try and save my energy for waiting for the setups. I was gonna refill my coffee. I never did. How's your guys' weekend? Was it good? So yeah, I'm looking forward to feeling better so I can start making lots of money. But sometimes you got to take a step back. There's not much you can do when you don't feel good. Adam, weekend pretty busy. Graduations. Huh. That's nice. Well, I guess the summer's in full swing now, huh? So is it like the same in Iceland where if you've got like a beautiful day, everybody's out like at the beer gardens, and there's nothing like Scandinavian summers when it's a beautiful day, everybody's out having fun because they've all sat through the dark winter. I don't think there's anything better than a beautiful Scandinavian summer day. I'll have to make it out to Iceland one of these days. Yeah, it's nice. Well, it's like all that winter just sitting in the dark working. It's almost like the Scandinavians should just rejigger their whole society so everybody gets like May to September off. Yeah, you got to watch out for those sunburns in Iceland. Definitely, Adam. So guys, Ninja Trader is, I think, done. I have to test it and do some stuff. And It deploys differently. The reason for the slight delay is I got to figure out how to deploy it. They don't have a simple system like Sierra charts where I just add you to a list. Instead, I got to send you a DLL. So um, I'm figuring that part out. But we're getting there. All right, let's see. Gluey, I'll get a tan for my leg. Exactly. All right, so we got an alert on the euro. Just closed here. Not really much I want to do there. Market's going to open here in about a minute. There's some wheat. I'm not going to trade wheat here. So we just wait for our alerts, guys. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to try to not miss any alerts. That's my goal. So don't miss a good trade. Oh, thanks, KLR. It's good to know. I got your message. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I'm looking into right now is how to set that up with NinjaTrader. It's a little more complicated, but at least we're ready, which is cool. And worst case, since I know you guys, I can get you guys going before we make it perfect, because I trust everybody here now. So either way, it'll be ready real soon, and appreciate your guys' patience with NinjaTrader. We've gotten a lot done in a couple months in terms of getting all this stuff ready for the different platforms, and yeah, it's exciting. All right, so there's wheat. Is that like a pullback where I would buy that? I mean, right now it's not looking bad, but I don't feel compelled to buy wheat right there. So what do you guys think? Is the conflict over? Or is this just the quiet before the next ratcheting up? I'm going to get some coffee while you guys think about that. Just wait for our alerts. So far, wheat here. I don't know. Maybe not like a terrible buy because you kind of just have an exhaust back down into the true average here. The daily did break all that on close. You do have a lot of support in here at 536, which is where that signal kind of took place. I don't think it would have been a terrible spot, but I would kind of prefer something a bit further down here, which is why I didn't take it. All right, I'll leave you guys with NQ up here. Let me just grab some coffee. I'll be right back. Alrighty, make sure we didn't miss anything. Have you guys seen the movie Puss in Boots on Netflix for kids? It's actually pretty entertaining. My daughter has watched it like 100 times. It's about a little superhero cat. I've been watching it too because I've been sick. I'm like, I can't focus on anything else. So I'm just sitting with her. All right, we got corn and soybeans, and we got soybean meal. So there's soybean meal. Quite a move down here. Nice little flash into the extension down there. Could cause a bounce. Let's look at corn. Could be some support there on corn. Kind of tough to read though. But at least you got some DMLs. You're inside of a pocket. I find the grains kind of challenging to read lately, to be honest. Like every time I look at them, I'm like, I don't really know. I'm not really getting a feel for the grains. I suppose that'll change. There's soybeans. Soybean oil. So out of all these different grains that just triggered, I mean, I'll just kind of let them do their thing. Zest. They're super tough except when you got, yeah, they seem, I'm kind of not digging the grains. So far, they just seem like a lot of mental energy and not really ever giving any setups I want to trade. Yeah. Lots of effort, no money. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I'll just take a quick look at them when they pop up, but generally speaking, I mean, if I can read the daily and the weekly, that's fine, but not a whole lot of clarity there. So Nat Gas in the end of day analysis yesterday, well, the week ahead analysis, we talked about this pocket here on the weekly, but we didn't even get a chance. It just kind of gapped up and started going. But no signal here I'd want to take. So it'd be interesting to see with soybean, well, with corn, if we hold all these DMLs. Ultra bonds, I'm definitely interested in a short up here somewhere, if we could get a little bit of a pop. Yeah, Dow, even though you have a nice pocket here, of course I wouldn't short that because it's a congestion entrance bar almost, and you're coming out of all that, so the likelihood is that it pushes higher. Plus the daily's bullish, right? You don't want to trade against a bullish day. All right, Gluey. Sleep well, buddy. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope I feel better today soon. I'm not used to being sick. You know, usually it's like a couple of days and then you feel better, you know. But I guess COVID is different. This is one of the few times I took the test and I have the COVID. Normally I don't really care what I had, but this was so strong. I was like, I gotta see what the hell it is. So, yeah. Apparently it's going around here. All right, let's look at hogs. Continues to just be on fire here. I don't really see how I can do anything with that. The Russell. I mean, it'd be nice if we stay in congestion today. So just, you know, I'm trying to get in the flow of the market here on this Monday and getting back on my feet from the illness. If the indices, like if the Russell ended up staying in congestion down here, then, you know, I would like to buy the support side of congestion. Could be a nice thing setting up. Feeder cattle, I can't really trade on Topstep anyways, but still kind of fun to familiarize ourselves. NQ. Yeah, so I'm trying to set this up, you know, even not just for you guys for streaming, but for me too, for my own life, is how I can be doing other things and then come back and don't miss alerts. I haven't figured that out quite yet. I mean, kind of another fun trading day, right? We're going to cover a week's worth of range in less than a day. So these are the kind of markets we're living in, guys. You know? Okay, Lily, I love you. Time to go to bed or time to go to school. I know. All right, guys, for those who have kids, you guys know how it goes. Never a dull moment. For those who don't have kids, I would consider it long and hard. Woo. Especially when you work from home, you know? Especially when you got a strong-willed kid. All right. So we got an alert here on copper, and this is going to close here. Pretty wild day here on copper. I suppose if we went, you know, back down toward the lows, that could be a decent buy on copper, but we're not there yet. So ES, we've got some time left till the close. I can already see like it's just going to close up here. I'm not going to be buying or selling that. So indices, you know, unless the Russell closes down here, but we still got time for that. Gold. You know, the way the indices are rallying, be looking to maybe short a pullback if we get something decent to go short on gold. Silver's a lot of chop here. Copper we just looked at. Platinum. So ultra bonds, I wouldn't mind a short up here somewhere if we get up there. FX seems like the dollar is just going to continue to be weak. So if we got a pullback, any take on trading while traveling? Yeah, when you don't have, when you don't have kids, your options are wide open. Kids complicate the hell out of everything. So, I would say if you're young and you can travel and you don't have kids, it's a great way to pay for your trip and see the world, Once you have kids, it kind of takes the fun out of it because you can't really go and do things the same way you would if you didn't. It's kind of my 2 cents. Like all my friends who don't have kids, when they travel, they have a blast. Like when we travel, it's like, okay, you got to pack 19 fucking suitcases, get all their toys. Like once you get to the place, it's like, it's just. So I'm at a point now where I don't even want to travel for like a long time. I'm not being negative. Kids are. It's like it's kind of like you can't live with them or without them. Once you got them, you would never change it. But it's just it changes the whole dynamic for traveling and for everything else. David, platinum broke through all that weekly back again. Yeah, platinum strong, David. I thought that this resistance here could be pretty strong, but it cut through that like a knife through butter. So, but you see, if you just use the 4 hour, it never told you to short. Not that it works every time, but it'll definitely stack the probabilities on your side. Like right there, you're breaking the extension. Right here, you're breaking the extension and the core. So, the signs keep you on the right side for the most part. Here's cattle. So yeah, that's looking like an exhaust, and that's kind of a nice pattern. Exhaust down, and then it gaps above, right? It gaps right at that, and then just fires. That's nice. But yeah, this is, when you look at, so like on Friday, we did almost a week's worth of range quickly, and now today we're just doing a week's worth of range, and then it'll probably just sit. So this is just kind of the markets we're in right now. So there's really not much to do except wait. Ethereum also had a nice, talked about Bitcoin in the video yesterday with that support right there, and Ethereum also had a nice pattern. I got to start buying. I just haven't really felt good, but I'm looking forward to having my energy back, so I can start buying some of this stuff. Crude. Got to make sure we're in the right contract here for crude. One sec. Wants me to roll. Usually Sierra is pretty good at that, but sometimes it's not. So you got to double check. Yeah, crude is in August. The volume has shifted, so make sure you're in August for crude. Hey, I'm not good. Not good. I've had it for like a week now, and I'm just giving streaming a chance today. I saw you sent a message. I'm gonna catch up on that later. But yeah, no bueno. Not a big fan of everything right now. um, I got really sick with COVID last Sunday, and it's getting better, but the exhaustion is off the charts. I haven't felt like this. I don't, probably since the original COVID. So yeah, yeah, lots and lots and lots of flu since I arrived to Costa Rica. I don't know, maybe it's just a different part of the world, new viruses, new whatever. I'm not really sure, but definitely not digging it. That's for sure. But I miss you, and I look forward to catching up. Today, I just thought, well, I'll try and do a live stream and see what happens. See if I can not fall asleep during the middle of it. I got like 12 hours of sleep last night. Then yesterday, I think I slept maybe 6 hours during the day, 12 hours at night. It's just like lots and lots of sleep. Yeah, all I've been doing is sleeping, just around the clock sleeping. And yeah, it's frustrating. Very frustrating. Saw that you and Ev were together. I got to catch up on all my, the last week when I get a message on Signal or WhatsApp, I'm just like, I look at it, I'm like, oh man, I just like, oh gosh. The baby's doing well though. I'll have to send you some pictures soon. She's already a month old, growing up fast. Time flies from that perspective, that's for sure. But yeah, it's going to be nice to just feel good and have the energy back, not only for work, but just for, gosh, just getting outside and surfing and kind of enjoying life a little bit again. So there's soybean oil. Not much going on there. Heating oil. Canadian dollar. So it's 9:53 a.m. I don't think we have any crazy news today. Yeah, thanks, Em. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah. I'll call you as soon as I'm mustering up the strength. We'll do a video chat so you can see baby Olivia. She's very sweet. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, I got 3 now. 12, 5, and 0. So that's exciting. I feel like I'm definitely done in the kid department, that's for sure. 3 is enough for me. Let's look at the Australian dollar. Push in there. The yen. Nice little weekly pocket here on the yen. So looks like the yen probably wants to try to push up here for the week. So gold taking a nice little hit here. Not surprising. Let's look at silver. So pretty choppy on silver. Gold, just have to wait and see. Oh, nice. Iran wants to de-escalate. Okay, here we go. We're de-escalating. Just kidding. No, we're not. Just kidding. Honor. Just kidding. Now we're really just kidding. To the previous just kidding. this is how the markets are now. Yeah, I've seen that guy. He's already been proven to be a fraud, Jacob. You can go watch. I forget who it was. Either like Iman Trading who covered him a while ago, or maybe it was CoffeeZilla. One of the fraud channels covered FX Alex, and yeah, he like 99.99% of everybody else who just makes ridiculous claims like that is full of shit. So yeah, but you know, like more power to these people. Like, I mean, it takes two to tango. So if people look at a guy like FX Alex and they're like, oh man, this guy's definitely got it figured out. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if that's where you're at in your life and you're buying into FX Alex, I mean, I think you got bigger problems. Like, yeah, it's nuts. Hmm. All right, so get crude. Nice little flash pattern here on crude. Not gonna buy it. All right. Um, yeah. Oh no, mom, but yeah, exactly. No, I mean, it's all those guys. And then what they do is, since they're all scammers, they all work together. And then like, if you guys have noticed, like the one scammer will start talking positively about the other scammer, and then the other. So then they get in this echo chamber of scammers, and then they start podcasts interviewing all the scammers, and it's just, I mean, whenever you're working in an industry where there's lots and lots of money changing hands, there's going to be lots of scammers. That's just the unfortunate reality of the world. And I guess, you know, scammers are like parasites. They do serve a function, which is to teach people better discernment. So I feel bad for people that get ripped off. At the same time, like, that's how you got to learn your discernment, you know? UB. Yeah, let me check it, David. Thanks. Oh, nice. Cool. Thanks, David. See what UB gives us. All right. So we'll get a alert here for ultra bonds. Got a lot of weekly resistance up in here, so I think if ultra bonds gave a little short pattern up here, might have to take that. What do you guys think? You want to short some ultra bonds? David, vender ultra bonds. One trade a week. I think with the XFAs, it's one trade a month, Jacob. So you're good. It's good I can make you laugh, David. Yeah, it's one trade a month, Jacob, with the XFAs, so that's good. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna. I'm sure there'll be days where like there's a trade I'm just feeling it, and I'm gonna really go heavy on all my XFAs. But for the most part, I'm gonna try and just trade them. You know, risk 300-400 on each trade and just rotate one to the next. Right now, I'm still not like when I don't feel good. I'm not in a risk taking mood, so I haven't really done much trading since I've been sick, really at all. All right, we got a an alert on Bitcoin. So there's Bitcoin, soybean meal, kind of just chilling out. So let's check out ultra bonds, because that's the one I'm interested in. Let's see, Jacob, 1 per 30 days. Yeah, it's totally good. Yeah, spending money on combines and not getting anything back is not fun, you know? Yeah, we got to get you to some payouts on those, Jacob. I agree. It's time. How's everybody else doing? Cam, how you doing with your reversal strategy? Good. And by the way, KLR, if you're here, I know that it's still on my list to answer everybody in the questions chat. I will do that this week. I'm just like waiting till I have some kind of energy, so I'm not a total buzzkill when I answer this. Like, okay, so here you go. This is what I think. I'm just waiting till I can give some kind of oomph to my responses. The reason I'm streaming today with you guys is because I was going to trade anyways for myself, like just following the orders. And I was like, well, I don't feel great, but I can as well fire up the stream for you guys. That's good, KLR. You can, yeah. I'm the buzzkill, that's for sure. When I feel like this, when I do when I did the week ahead analysis yesterday for everybody, I mean, it's good. You can see a lot of the ones we talked about are working out really well. But when I don't have the energy to like, you know, put my oomph into it, I'm like, okay. And today we're going to look, I feel very reserved. I can't wait to not feel that way. And we got to figure it out so you can comment on YouTube, KLR. I don't know what's going on. John fixed his, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, yeah, it's terrible. I haven't been, I don't know, sick like this in a long time. I mean, I've had like little bouts of things, but you know, usually you're still able to like function. But this is at least going over. You know, it's not like it's I couldn't even get out of bed like when I first had it. That was not fun. Security setting on your side, okay, for the YouTube comments. Gotcha. Yeah, YouTube is a tricky thing sometimes. All right, so let's see. David, I'm really not seeing weekly resistance on UB. We're on a slow trend. Pocket failed to drive us down. Cam, I'll get to you in a sec. Yeah, I mean, the thing for me is that the weekly is in congestion here for now on ultra bonds, and we've got a nice pocket pattern. So I kind of feel like we should at least test back down here. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. So then with the daily, here, I thought that this was just kind of one of these tricky pockets that tries to suck you in, but it's really the wrong way because it's going against the weekly. So I kind of feel like it wants to go down here. And then the middle of the envelope here, this is where you have a lot of resistance, kind of also where that weekly resistance is coming in. But yeah, it's not like, I don't know. It would have to look really good for me to want to get short. I mean, I would want to push kind of right back up into that weekly congestion DML at 117, which it doesn't look like I'm going to get. You know, here, something like that, you know, for congestion, something like that. That's what I'd be looking for. All right, so soybean meal just heading straight down. So soybeans kind of trending up. There's the Dow. See what the Dow's doing. So, yeah, just putting on a week's worth of range in a few hours, you know. No biggie. Cam, you requested a payout last week. Nice, bro. Good job, man. Crushing it. That's what I like to hear. We got to get as many people to payouts as possible. We'll get you guys there, especially I think we get a little bit of consistency here with streaming together, and we're definitely getting Jacob to some payouts. I got no doubts about that. That's coming, Jacob. And David as well. No problem, David. So yeah, now we're just kind of, I mean, look at this. This is just, there you go. I'll tell you what, though, it's nice to not be looking short, right? NQ is going to close here in about 4,500 contracts. Look, this is not my trading style, but obviously for those of you just trading NQ, you know, just look for big pullbacks on your smaller time period charts and go with the energy to the upside. Russell. So there was that close right there on silver. You know, do I feel like I missed a long there? Not really. Yeah, I would not be looking to short NQ, Jacob. No way. Way too bullish. Especially because now all these shorts are trapped from here. So now they're covering and this thing's just going to probably keep going. So yeah. Yeah, and you're straight through all this here, the DMLs. I mean, yeah, well, a time-based chart is going to be very different than the volume chart. It's just constructed totally different. I mean, there's some advantages to time-based charts. Some of the advantages are, you know, for a 4-hour chart, you walk away, come back in 4 hours and see what's set up, right? The volume-based charts, stuff is closing all the time, which is good. You get more accurate reads, but you've also got to watch it more carefully. Soybean oil. Dow. Hey, Adam. Oh, yeah, you mean what, here? Oh, that's good. Okay, cool, Jacob. Nice. Yeah, that'll be good for you to get the volume data on Ninja. I'm sure that's going to look good. Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Just that's the tricky part on this, Adam, was just like, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, where do you get in? Sorry, here. I mean, I'm sure you had the VolPro reaction support level. I guess you could get in there with a stop behind the low. We almost went to the weekly extension. That was kind of like, that was the level I was calling out right there for support for the week. So probably headed back up here, you know. No, no, that, I mean, that was kind of an emotional move there with the whole war thing. I'm just going to get some medicine, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Had to get some medicine here. You know, it's weird. I feel much better when I get outside. I just had to go down and unplug the VolPro Edge mobile, and definitely feel better when I get out into a little bit of sunlight. All right, let's see what we missed. Platinum. About to close here. Not really much I want to do with that. Ultra bonds. I think there's a lot of resistance up here on ultra bonds. Corn. Feeder cattle. So the question is with ultra bonds, you're in congestion here. You've got the congestion zone frame like this. Some resistance up here for sure. Can wait and see a little bit. So just wait. See if something sets up. I mean, basically, guys, for the rest of the day, my game plan here is to see if we can't get some sort of a long opportunity on the indices. You know, you never know what they'll give. But right now, you know, with what we talked about in yesterday's video, preparing for the week, we came in with a bullish bias. We now see that that's, you know, correct. And, you know, just need to wait and see if we get some sort of an opportunity to get long. So ES and Q, there's the Dow. Here's the Russell. So you remember in the video I talked about, you know, the scenario analysis where that pattern right there for the Russell looked pretty darn clear, right? In terms of that identical pattern we saw on the Nasdaq a couple weeks ago. So it's neat how you can see the fractals just repeating again and again. So yeah, so for the indices, guys, I mean, for the rest of the day, don't step in front of a freight train, right? I think you want to just wait for pullbacks, whatever time frame you're using, even if you're scalping. I'd scalp from the long side. I'm using larger time frames here, so I'm just going to see if I get a setup on my larger intraday volume charts for a long at some point. If I do, I do. If I don't, I'm okay with that. So with that, gold, I'll be looking to short, right? See if we can get some sort of a pop on gold. Try and get a little bit of a short opportunity. Silver probably going to continue to be choppy. So not really sure. Not really a whole lot I would want to do with silver in this daily range right here. You know, you never know. We may see something really good set up. We have to be, you know, open to what the market gives us. But for right now, I'm not really, you know, anticipating much on silver. Let's look at copper. Copper is kind of similar to silver. Platinum probably looks like we want to go at least back up to 1280 to test these DMLs here on the daily. So I'll pull back on platinum. Could be an opportunity to buy. Ultra bonds are short up in here somewhere potentially. I would buy the euro or buy anything really against the dollar on a pullback. Bitcoin as well, looking pretty darn bullish. So we've got a good lay of the land here. This is crude. Crude's probably going to continue to just be super choppy, even though, you know, this Iran wants to de-escalate. Sure, that can knock crude even further back down. There's an order on the pound. Sorry, an alert. So there's the pound. Heating oil. Kind of getting a similar flash pattern in here, like crude. But looks like all the energies are probably gonna, you know, come way back down here. So I'll be looking to short energies probably. So that's just kind of where I'm at with everything right now. Got a clear bias for the day. And now I just have to wait and see if anything sets up. So thanks, Jacob. Yeah, it was spot on. I mean, the analysis is pretty darn good, you know. I would say, I don't know, 90% of the time. And then it's just a matter of the nuances of capitalizing on the analysis, which, you know, you got to have the analysis number one. That helps a lot to be on the right side of the market and have key levels. And then to be able to act on that in whatever way that makes the most sense to each person, right? So for me, I really like these 4 hours. I think these markets require nimbleness for sure. And we've got that. So I'm excited just to get back on the track of things and get through this COVID, feel better, and just start doing this every day with you guys and start making lots of money again. So Adam, yeah, definitely. I mean, looks like it's pretty clear for the moment until somebody tweets or somebody does something. So yeah, you know, cattle, that's a nice little exhaust there for sure. Gap open, bang. So Jacob, for you too, this is just about being on the right side of the market, right? So just try and make sure with those XFAs, you know, each trade you take, you look back at it and go, okay, you know, did I have a good reason for that trade? And, you know, I think as long as you can do that, you're going to have good results with them. So now we're just waiting for stuff to set up, you guys. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Jacob. And, you know, I mean, once you guys start to have success with high probability setups, you'll be very content just to wait for high probability setups. And you'll look back at, you know, all the low probability setups that you used to take, and you'll be like, why was I doing that? Because it's just, it's self-defeating and unnecessary. So here you can see ES. This is kind of my quasi hourly chart. You know, it's just melting up here. It's kind of the way it's been, Adam, you know, like I think that's what has characterized these markets lately. Like you just get these moves that go in one direction and don't give you a chance to get in. And then they sit and they do nothing for a long time, and then they go in one direction. And so it's, yeah, I mean, it has not been easy execution. That's for sure. Hmm. So now we're just waiting. So here's Nat Gas. Definitely don't want to be buying that coming out of all that. Gasoline. Soybean oil. Yeah, exactly, Adam. It really does. It's the hardest part is just to sit and wait for your system. If you do that, you make a lot of money. I mean, assuming you have a system that works, which I know you do because I taught it to you. So being patient, you'll be in good shape. Let's look at like so far, I want to look back at today and go, okay, well, you know, have I missed anything on the indices? Not from my system, the way that I'm trading right now. No, I have not. Have I missed anything on gold? No. I mean, it's just indices straight up, gold straight down. I mean, unless you're already in from the opening of the day, I find those, tough to get in on. Plus, it's not my system right now. Silver, a nice congestion range setting up here, but I don't see any good congestion patterns here that oh, should I've taken that. Copper is very choppy. I don't see anything I've missed on copper. Platinum, we're just kind of pushing higher, so I don't see anything I missed on platinum. Ultra bonds, we'll see if this sets up, a short later up in here. But for now, I'm not seeing anything I've missed. Currencies are just straight up, just like the indices. Nothing there to miss. Bitcoin, straight up, same thing. See how all these are correlated when you have moves like this? Ethereum, same. And then energies are just opposite, straight down, right? So, and then the grains are the grains. They're just being the grains. I will take a grain trade if I see something I really like, but obviously being extra picky on those because they're just not clear. So I'm looking at all this today going, okay, well, the analysis was good. I'm on the right side of things. I just, there's no way for me to trade this right now. So I just have to wait. Does that make sense, you guys? I think that helps too. Like if you're feeling like you missed out on something, just ask yourself, well, what's my trading plan? Should be able to answer that. And then look at the charts and go, okay, well, have I not been following my trading plan? Whereas when I look at it, I go, hey, I've been following my plan. I'm waiting. Can't really do much. Hope that makes sense for you guys. Oh, I forgot to change my background, huh? On the stream. Let's do like this. There we go. Nice. On the ball. So that's what I'm waiting for, you guys. And at this point, I'm probably just going to take a nap while I wait for something maybe to set up. And if nothing sets up, nothing sets up. So you guys got any questions? I'll if I see something set up that I'm going to take, I'll post it in the Discord for you guys. And most days I will just stand here and, I'll do other things while we wait for setups together. I'm just really, really tired today. So I don't have the energy. Here's Nat Gas. Nothing I'd really want to do there. Gold. Crude. All right, you guys. So I'll kick around for a few more minutes. Just let me know if you got any questions. I think you're on the right side of the market now. So just follow your plan and let things come to you, and don't have, try not to have FOMO. Like, that was a pretty big World War III potential flush on Friday, now recovery. So, and guys, if I take a trade, I'm just following my system. So if I take a trade and I post it in the Discord, I'll just tag everybody in the trading chat. So if you want to take it on your own account, you can take it. And I'm hoping this weekend I'll feel better. Sorry, not this weekend, this week. Hopefully the next few days I can get my energy back. So, all right, you guys. Yeah, well, I enjoy doing them for you guys, Jacob. It's just, it's a lot more fun when I feel good. When I don't feel good, it's not fun. So yeah, but I'm glad to have you guys here, and yeah, thanks, appreciate it. How do I normally sit per day while viewing stocks? New to learning about the stock. How do you normally sit? I don't really understand your question, Persia Rose. Maybe you can rephrase it. How do I sit? You mean how do I wait for setups, or let me know what you mean. I'll try and answer it. Thanks, Ralph. Thanks, Jose. Appreciate it, you guys. Yeah, there could still be some good trades setting up for the day. I mean, several hours to go, but these have already been pretty darn good moves. So I wouldn't be surprised just to see some consolidation. But you never know. We could get a gift pullback to get long. So how long? How long? Okay. Well, I mean, I like to watch it pretty much all day during New York hours. So, from pre-market, like 8 in the morning until, 3 in the afternoonish Eastern. So 7 hours, Persia Rose. But that's also depends on your style of trading, right? Like, if you don't have the time to watch it that long, you can just put on trades and let them sit for a day or two or a week. So it's kind of individual, but I'm more active, so I'll be watching for my setups. Yeah, pretty. I mean, I'll have my computers on all day, and then I'm doing stuff around the house, and then checking in on stuff. And when I see things setting up, I'll put the trades on. That sort of thing. That's what I do. But it's kind of to each their own, you know. But yeah, it definitely takes a lot of work. It's people who think that trading is going to like somehow be a shortcut for a normal job. They're kind of mistaken. I mean, it's like any other job. You got to work hard to get good at it. I guess the difference is you can scale up your income, but you can also go to work and not only not get paid, but you can lose money and, get done with a work day with less money than you started, which is, not many jobs like that, right? Yeah, I mean, I recommend trading for anybody who is serious about it and comes in with the right expectation and understands that you got to study, you got to work hard, and if you put in the time and the effort and all that, then it can be a wonderful career path. But I think what's different about what I do is I try to give it to you guys straight. There's lots of gurus that are going to tell you it's going to be easy, and that's not true. It's not going to be easy. So yeah, just come on in and check out the live streams, and as I start to feel better here after my COVID, we'll start streaming more together, and you'll probably learn a lot just by, being a part of this group, because we got a group full of awesome people. So, all right, you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for the questions, Persia. And I will see you guys in the Discord. Go join the Discord, Persia Rose. That's where things happen after we're done streaming. And I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. We'll start streaming again tomorrow morning. Okay. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.